Welcome back to Planet Hoth for round 2 of this exciting Junkyard Joust Star Wars themed event. I'm Aaron Yonda. Hi everybody, and find yourself a bantha to stay warm because it is cold. 35 cars and 3 teams were eliminated in the last round, including Darth Vader's very own team, the Death Stars. The prequel pals Mandalorian Iron and Rebel Rousers each have 1 car left, their only hope of staying in this event. Wana Dewanga has 2, the Dagobah Dazzlers and First Order of Business each have 3, and the Super Car Destroyers are currently on top with 4 cars left and the lead in this event. The Super Car Destroyers are going to start us off, and they have chosen to send down the TIE Fighter. Here he comes. The TIE Fighter takes his spot at the end of the track, collides with that snow. Oh man, it's real rough going there with that snow at the end. That is definitely going to play a factor with how these cars behave on the track. Let's see how Kylo Ren handles this extra obstacle. Kylo speeds into the back of that X-Wing, and he almost flips himself over just hitting the snow at the end of the track. That was a close one for Kylo, but he manages to pull it out and land fairly safely. Here comes Luke for Dagobah. Luke plows into the back of Kylo, pushes him up, but can't quite get him off the track. However, he has almost put himself off the track. As he sits there sideways and prone, it could be an opportunity for the Fett Transit Supervan to take him out. Let's see what happens. Fett Transit Supervan does exactly that, tosses Luke on his side, pushes him up the hill and upside down in that snow, and he's just gonna stick there. That might be it for Luke, but the Dagobah Dazzlers still have 2 left. Anakin's up next, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Now this is a really low car, and it's gonna be hard for anyone to get this car off the track. Anakin smacks into the Supervan, but he can't get him to flip over. He almost rights Luke, but Luke can't quite make it right side up again, and then he slots into the track rather nicely. Princess Leia's up next for the Rebel Rousers. She is their only hope, and she is their only nope. She went right off the back of Anakin, flips upside down, rolls over the van, and plops sideways. There's still a chance she could recover from that, but it doesn't look good. Poor Leia taken out by her own father. Here comes IG-88, another low car. IG-88 hits the back of Anakin and does the same thing, but keeps going forward straight into the snow. The pointed front end of the car actually kind of saved him there as he stuck into the snow and then slid backwards and is pretty much safe. Anakin's almost fully back on the track again. Here comes the X-Wing fighter for Supercar. The X-Wing fighter actually manages to get underneath Anakin and get him off the track. Doesn't take him out or anything, but that is a good position for the X-Wing fighter to be in, and that was a great hit. Praetorian Guards up next. This is kind of a heavy car, and it's got a nice low angle, which makes it a real contender. Ooh, the X-Wing takes a massive hit and is just tossed upside down. Sticks to the front of that Praetorian Guard, and he's upside down. That could be a big hit for the Supercar Destroyers. Let's see if he recovers from that. Master Yoda's up next. Watch out for this guy. Master Yoda pushes the Praetorian Guard up on top of the X-Wing fighter, probably ending any chance he's going to have of recovery. Meanwhile, Yoda slots into place rather nicely. Said it before, I'll say it again. Do not judge him by his size, that's for sure. And now the 76-gram Dodge Rancor is going down the track, and the Dodge Rancor knocks Yoda all the way up to the front, head over heels multiple times. He hits the snow wall and just lands it perfectly. Not even a problem. You don't even have to search your feelings to know that was incredible. Next up is the Advanced TIE Fighter for the Supercar Destroyers. Advanced TIE Fighter just plants himself in the back of that van and does a little pushing but can't do anything else. Here comes the Kylo Rod. Let's see if he can make anything happen. Kylo Rod, too big for the track, bounces a little bit, and then he annihilates the Advanced TIE Fighter. Just pushes him up and over off the track. He teeters there for a second, but he just can't pull it back. And now the Supercar Destroyers find themselves down 2 cars out of the 4 that they came into this with. Dagobah Chrysler is up next for the Dazzlers. Watch out for the back on this thing. Ooh, Kylo Ren gets pushed off the track by that heavy car, but he's still okay. And the Advanced TIE Fighter does not make a recovery. He is definitely out of this. And we're already down to car number 15, the final one of the round. Here comes the Y-Wing fighter looking for vengeance. Oh, a huge hit there, and he jumps. The Kylo rod is annihilated, and the Y-Wing fighter jumps over everyone, lands it in the snow over on top of Anakin. Amazing recovery, and that is going to keep the supercar destroyers in this match. And wow, has that round evened things out between the teams. The Dazzlers, one of DEADMAXX, and the First Order all have 2 cars, as well as the supercar destroyers. With the prequel pals and Mandalorian Iron still hanging on, it is anybody's match right now. Let's take a look at the scoreboards. Supercar is still on top with 19. Dagobah and First Order are tied for second, and DEADMAXX is hot on their heels. It is so close right now. Here's the running order for round 4 of this match. Let's get started with the First Order and Kylo Ren. Kylo hits the track, and he manages to get up to the front without too much difficulty. Ooh, he's a little wobbly there, but he does manage to take his place at the front. Seems like a fairly secure position. Dagobah Chrysler is up now. I'd like to get this car down there early and try to get some of the other cars to jump off the back of him. Ooh, the Chrysler hits Kylo, pushes him up in the snow, and then goes underneath. That's a surprising move. Kylo looked like he was probably going to be safe where he was, but the Dagobah Chrysler surprised him, and now he is definitely in peril. Here comes the Y-Wing. The Y-Wing shoots right off the back of the Chrysler. He takes another jump just like in the last round, but it's on the left side of the track this time, which is slightly uphill, and he cannot get up the side. He tumbles back over and upside down. That's a big loss for the supercar destroyers. I mean, we're talking about a team that was leading at the beginning of round 3, and right now it looks like they have a chance of being eliminated from this match as the Rancor takes his place behind the Dagobah Chrysler. Oh, he pops up in the air there quite a bit, but he manages to stay safe and not go flying off the back of that car. And now Anakin Skywalker is up for the prequel pals. Let's see if he can keep them alive. And Anakin's going nowhere on the back of that Rancor van. It's been pretty impressive to see what Anakin's been able to do with the low ground and his low car in this matchup. But is he going to be able to keep it going? Here comes IG-88 from Mandalorian. IG-88 goes flying off the back of Anakin, goes up into the snow again, but this time does not have the same luck that he did last round. He is upside down. This could be it for Mandalorian Iron. Praetorian Guard is up next. Praetorian Guard pops Anakin up in the air, and if I'm not mistaken, he is sideways? It's actually hard to tell with this car which way he's up, but that is pretty definitively sideways, and we might just have no more prequel pals in this competition. Here comes Yoda. Yoda runs up against a solid line of cars, and there's nowhere to go, but look at this! The Praetorian Guard has lost a piece of his car. Yoda has just annihilated something off the back of his car, and here we go. We see it bounces off the snow, flies up in the air, and goes all the way back about halfway down the track. Just an absolutely devastating hit from Yoda. Wow, you do not want to mess with him. And here comes the TIE Fighter, the final entry for the Supercar Destroyers. And Yoda goes toppling over the back of the Praetorian Guard. He spins, he flips, he uses all the Jedi power he's got, but he can't quite pull it out and make his car go upright again. Well, I think that's it for Master Yoda, but maybe he'll show up as a Force Ghost to cheer on his remaining team member. And here comes the Fett Supervan. The TIE Fighter gets smashed underneath that Praetorian Guard, but lucky for the Praetorian Guard, he is managing to stay balanced, he stays steady, and he stays on the track. And that is going to be the final results for this round. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Well, it looks like we're down to 4 teams, and I think right now the story of this match is DEADMAXX. They came in with 2, they still have 2. not doing too shabby. Also is First Order of Business, who also have 2. Supercar Destroyers and the Dagobah Dazzlers are down to 1 each. Looking at the scoreboards, there has been a big change here. First Order of Business is now in first place with 24 points. Supercar Destroyers dropped to second place with 23, and Dewanawanga is hot on their heels at 21 points in third place. Here comes round 5. It is a tight match. Dewanawanga is going to start off by sending the super van down. He embeds himself in that snow at the end of the track, and a chunk comes off, falls behind the van. That actually could serve as a buffer to help protect him and keep him in place. That could be a huge advantage. Great strategical move by Dewanawanga right there. Kylo Ren is up next for the order. Kylo Ren knocks that boulder right off the track and takes his place behind that van. Kylo's a little loosey-goosey on the track right there. Let's see if that ends up being an issue or not, and if the Dagobah Chrysler tries to take advantage of it. Oh, the Chrysler knocks Kylo off the track indeed and puts him upside down. He is swamped over there, and there might not be a recovery from that. Let's see if the TIE Fighter has any trouble with the back of this Chrysler. The TIE Fighter does have some trouble. He goes right off and turns sideways off the side of the Chrysler. He is definitely in deep bantha poodoo right there. That is a problem. Let's see if the Dodge Rancor seals his fate. And the Dodge Rancor goes off the back of the Chrysler. He lands on the top of his own teammate, but falls off to the right, and he's sideways, and the TIE Fighter is back upright. Now let's take a look at this moment right here. Now we've seen this van hit the back of the Chrysler before and stop. This time what was different is that he hit the TIE Fighter and popped up in the air and went off, and that is going to do it for that van. Let's see if the Praetorian Guard can survive a jump off the back of this Chrysler too. The Praetorian Guard does a great job of it. He goes right off of it, leaps into the air, smashes into the snow hill, and lands it perfectly. And that is the final car of round 5. And unbelievably, we are going to be going into round 6 because right now there are 4 teams with 1 car left. One more car has to get eliminated before this match can end. Let's take a look at the scoreboards. 1 car for each team means they all get 5 points added to their score. That keeps the First Order in business in first place. Only 4 points separate first and fourth. The next round is worth 6 points. It really is anybody's match right now. The running order has been randomly decided, and the Dazzlers are going to be starting off. If the Chrysler gets into position successfully, this is going to be a problem for the other team, and it has slid right in there, nice and solid. A little bit weird at the end there, but manages to slide in, and now the other teams have a reckoning. One of Dewanga's had a hit or miss relationship with the back of this car. Let's see if this is going to be hit or miss. Oh man, a solid pounding there from the Fett Super Van, and it just locks it into place. The weight of the van saved it. Now let's see if the Praetorian Guard can get underneath the back of this van and do anything. Praetorian Guard just smacks the back of it nice and hard, but can't get underneath. And if the TIE Fighter can't make something happen here, it's entirely possible we'll be going to round 7. Here he comes. The TIE Fighter topples the Praetorian Guard. He pushes him up on top of the van. He slides him backwards, and there's no recovering from that. A massive upset right there. The First Order were in first place for the last couple of rounds, and right now they are out of this match. And so after a lot of ups and downs and near eliminations, the Supercar Destroyers have somehow managed to pull this out. 34 points, with Dewanawanga in second and the Dagobah Dazzlers in third. Well, they don't get much closer than that, folks. I hope you enjoyed this very special Junkyard Joust on the planet Hoth. There's your 3 winners. Congrats to the Supercar Destroyers, first place. It's possible we'll see some of these Star Wars teams or cars in the upcoming qualifiers. Speaking of the qualifiers, there's still 4 of those to go before we hit the regular Junkyard Joust event. So keep an eye out for those, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this extra special couple of episodes. I hope you're doing well, and please consider becoming a patron and supporting this show. Link in the description, or click the Junkyard Joust logo on screen right now. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.